Hey folks, a lot of clouds overhead today, way out on the fringes of Hurricane Delta, and those clouds actually triggering a couple of showers, but nothing really big. Here's your first 1.5 Doppler network, and you see a couple of showers offshore, and then a couple just kind of snuck through Hidalgo County within the last few minutes, but nothing particularly impressive. If we put the cloud cover on there, it looks a little more like we're on the fringe of a hurricane. Look at all this stuff sitting just offshore, and of course we zoom out just a little bit, and you'll see what's really going on out there, and that of course is Hurricane Delta. An impressive Category 3 hurricane once again, and still gaining strength, although it's probably going to run into some shear pretty soon, and it'll gain maybe a little more strength, but then should weaken at least a little bit before it reaches the coast. Now, this is just one of our models, and again, we've been using this a lot because it's been pretty good. The IBM graph model shows that system staying well to the east of the valley, making that turn to the north. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, already seeing rain in southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana, and then going basically straight northward and northeastward, somewhere in the southwest coast of Louisiana during the second half of the day tomorrow, and then raining itself out over the Mississippi and Tennessee valleys as we get into the weekend. But look back here over us, about as quiet as it can be. So tonight, definitely some clouds around. You see them now. It's kind of an overcast sky out there. And we've seen isolated showers move across. And we could still see a few more before this thing is over with. But I think tomorrow is a mainly sunny day, and it's a hot day. And while there could be a coastal shower, I don't think that's going to be the story of the day at the coast. We'll get to that in a second. But there's, for the most part, a dry forecast for us. And you get into Saturday, then it's just sunny and hot. I think Saturday's temperatures and Sunday as well, both up around 100 degrees. So let's go to the coast and talk about the impacts there because they are likely to be significant. We're already seeing them. A coastal flood warning in effect through tomorrow morning at least. Significant coastal flooding is not possible. It's expected. Significant coastal flooding is expected. That means water all the way up to and through the dunes, perhaps coming up onto Gulf Boulevard. Highway 100 up on the north end is closed with water going all the way across and up to a foot of water on Gulf Boulevard itself. That's the road closest to the beach right there in town. And I think what happens is it comes up, some of those beach access points, those long walkways, just comes right up there and then just spills right into Gulf Boulevard. Severe beach erosion is likely. We've seen that a couple of times this season already. Driving on the beach is impossible. There's no beach to drive on. High surf warning, of course, and in addition to that, a high risk of rip currents. Absolutely no reason to go into that water. The high tide's at 1:15 a.m. So here's the storm. 115-mile-per-hour winds right now. Notice it stays as a Category 3, but goes up to 125 late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Look how close the path of this storm is to where Laura was. That dashed line underneath there, that's Laura, and the red line is the projected path of this. Of course, it could be anywhere in the window or even outside the window, but you get an idea that it's not far from where Laura was. Within 15 miles, that center point is of landfall of Laura. Should weaken pretty quickly as it moves over land, and it is moving quickly, so that'll be the end of that, and it'll be out of here. So what it leaves for us is this. Dry, 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 and then dry, dry. And temperature-wise, we don't go down, we go up. 93 and then a couple of 99s on Saturday and Sunday. We do not see any cooler weather till at least the middle part of next week. So the weekend is just downright hot. Mostly sunny both days with temperatures in the mornings in the 70s. Tonight then, 74 for a low. That's more of, let's say, August-like. Tomorrow back to 93, mostly sunny in the afternoon at least. Some clouds in the morning, but they should move out of here as the day goes on as that storm pulls away from us. So that leaves us with a hot and sunny weekend. 99 both days of the weekend. Models do hit to the front about Tuesday into Wednesday, cooling it off a little bit, a little closer to normal for this time of year, but not a strong cold front by any means. At least that's what it looks like at this point. We'll take a closer look at Delta and everything happening with Delta in and around the storm, and of course, more impacts on us coming up a little bit later on. That's your updated First 1.5 forecast.